Sorry, creaky knees. So I am Kate DeLong. I am from the Blue Ridge Mountain Arts Association up in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Yeah, all the way up in the north part of the state there. Blue Ridge Mountain Arts Association was started with a conversation by two ladies driving home from Atlanta from the Georgia Arts Council board meeting. And they were like, what can we do for our area? What can we do? How can we do this? And, you know, Elma Ettman, who was just a firecracker in our community, who recently passed this last year, said, you know, the Georgia Arts Council gives out grants. So they went home and they were thinking about it, and in 1976 they decided, let's do an art festival. And they joined together with local artists, and we're thinking of showcasing, you know, in 1976, it's bicentennial, we're gonna showcase the traditional crafts of Appalachia: quilting, wood turning, wood carving, painting, dance, music. So the Blue Ridge Arts in the Park event was born. It was held with a clothesline strung between two trees in the city park and a couple of picnic benches. It's inspired a lot of community people, and from that and the grant for $1,000, which was huge, from the Arts Council, they created Arts in the Park and made it what it is today. Right now, Arts in the Park is twice a year. We started out only once a year, Memorial Day weekend. City Park just got people out there, got the kids' artwork, got all the schools to come, deliver your work, come do this. What we have now is our festival is over 160 vendors throughout the city park in downtown Blue Ridge. We do it Memorial Day weekend and the second weekend in October. It brings in more than 25,000 people to our community for this 2 weekends. The impact is huge. I am just recently the new director here at BRMAA, as we call it. I came from North Carolina. I came from the John C. Cambell Folk School, and we had an arts festival. I was in charge of that. When I got hired, they said, okay, we want you to make our arts festival even better than John Campbell's. And I'm like, okay, John C. Cambell, we did it once a year. We had over 250 vendors. And we had our own campus, so I could spread out everywhere. I have to work within the city park limits. We have this great playground. People fight over the fact they have to pay to come in because the playground should be free for everybody. So I said, well, why don't we just fence the playground out of our area and everybody can use the playground whenever they want? Wow, that was a great idea. The city thought, oh, well, we have all these ordinances, and because Blue Ridge Mountain Arts Center is actually housed in the old Fannin County Courthouse, which was built in 1937. We face the park, we're right next to the county, new courthouse, and we have a city commission. The biggest thing for festivals to make it when you don't own your own property is to be able to talk to your local officials. We had before I got there, a little bit of a snafu trying to present public art. The previous director decided we were going to do some great things. And when I first started, the whole conversation about what I was going to succeed at was not paint the courtyard steps, because evidently the courthouse steps were tried to be painted. And it is the biggest issue. When you talk to officials, you have to be able to say, hey, it's okay. I am not your enemy. I'm trying to work towards the same goals we all have. You know, the chamber works. The city is one thing, the county's another. So you have to be able to work with these officials. And in doing so, I said, okay, so you know, we try to set this up. We start it on Saturday, and we're setting up fencing. We're doing everything on Saturday. I'm like, why can't I come out on Friday and do this? You know, court closes at 3 o'clock on Fridays. So can I just get you all to clear that whole part of this parking area and let me have it for Friday instead of Saturday morning and trying to run around with 25 volunteers? Hey, yeah, that's a great idea. We can do that. Hey, the city says, yeah, you could put fence posts up. Don't put the fencing up, but you can do that on Thursday. Okay, takes a load off of us. Everything you do when you work within each other and work with each other makes it better. This spring, we already have over 150 vendors signed up. I still have another 2 weeks. I'm working on more vendors. The economic impact that it brings to our city and to the area, to Fannin County, is over $1 million. When people sit back and you tell your officials this, they go, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, we really do want this. And that's what a success story is. You know, it started with a car ride from Atlanta to Blue Ridge, which took 2 hours at that time because Highway 5 was really tiny, 2 lanes. And it is now what we have. We have these great, vibrant cities that are doing art and working with communities, and our festivals bring people together. They bring people, artists. We help support our local artists by giving them a venue to be able to sell their art. One of the artists that was selling in last fall's venue is coming back this May and is going to be our artist in residence at the Art Center. He'll have a studio, he'll have an exhibition hall, and he's going to also teach at our youth art camp for the month of June. And so by giving, and you receive back. And so that's where we make all our successes. And I'm going to make it really short because I know everybody's hungry. So thank you, and let's keep going.